Hello everyone and welcome back to the adventures of Urgok. Now, today is a big episode, might be a bit of a long one, so sit back, grab some popcorn and enjoy this episode of Urgok's adventures in Skyrim. We encounter these cultists in Riverwood. They have a go at me and they want to fight me straight away. And I'm not really having any of that, so I fill them in. They don't stand a chance against Urgok, I'm afraid. This is them getting filled in. I just fly through them. No struggle for me, because I'm the king. They actually have a note on them. It's somebody telling them to come and kill me. I don't actually know who it is. But that starts the DLC for the Dragonborn DLC, which is my favourite DLC in the game. And this is me trying on the helmet. I look pretty goofy, but it's staying on for now. I go and meet Delphine in the inn in Riverwood, and she leads me downstairs to a secret room in the basement of the inn, where she tells me all about who she is and what the plan is against the dragons. Now, she kind of yaps here a little bit. I'm going to kind of skim over it, but basically she's like, oh, the Thalmor, I have suspicion that it's the Thalmor doing it all, and they're out to get me. So pretty much that's what that is. For some reason, I'm back here enchanting. Oh, I actually unenchant the gauntlets, thinking if I could have the enchantment, so I could put it on other armor, then it would be more beneficial for me. However, I come to find out that the soul gems I have are not strong enough. It only gives me 1 or 3% more damage, which at the moment is not worth it. But later on in the episode, I will make some good armor out of this, so stay tuned. I fast travel back to the Greybeards. They want to speak to me. I let them know about the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller, and they're like, don't worry about it, mate. That's okay. We're going to give you the shout anyway. And then, like, Wolfgar just lets me absorb a bit of his power, and then I stand in the middle of them while he all shouts at me. Some kind of weird initiation, but they now officially recognise me as Dragonborn. Awesome. We fast travel to Windhelm Stables, which is the closest point we can get to where we need to meet Delphine, which is where we fight the next dragon. So here we are. Alduin just resurrected this dragon, and it's now coming out the ground. And I have activated Berserker Rage at this point. And at this point, I actually 3-hit this dragon. I'm pretty sure. There's 1. There's 2. And on my 3rd hit, I killed the dragon. That is the quickest I've killed a dragon so far. 3 hits with the help of my race ability. So that dragon goes down very, very quick. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name. But that's sorted. On to the next step. It's this point where Delphine tells us that she suspects that the Thalmor are up to this. And she proposes the idea to go to the Thalmor embassy just to see if they're hiding anything, if we can find anything that maybe point towards them being responsible. So that's what she wants us to do. We, however, put the dragon hunt on hold and travel to Solstein, where we'll find a resident called Cressius Cairelius, I think, who he gives us the quest called the Final Descent, which sends us down into the mines to help find the remains of his father, I think. This is where we're going to find the weapon that I'm looking for. These mines are seriously no joke. If you come down here undergeared or underleveled, you will struggle. It's pouring with Draugr. There's so many, like, just high-level Draugr down here, so you need to really prepare. I thought it would be a bit easier than it actually was. And I do actually die a couple of times down here. But eventually, I find what I'm here for. If you're familiar with this DLC, you've probably already guessed I'm here for the Bloodskull Blade. It's a two-handed weapon that fires off these energy blasts that can deal damage at long range. The base damage of this weapon isn't the best, but honestly, I just kind of wanted it for the vibes, so I got it. The end of this mission is where a dragon priest shows up. This guy is far too difficult for me at this point, and he absolutely fills me in, so after a couple of deaths, I decided to just try and run past him. This is where we encounter our first black book. This is the only one that we will be reading for a while. I didn't really plan on reading it, but since it was here, I just decided to go for it. Once these books are read, they transport you to like Mirak's world, I think. There's a ton of difficult enemies there, and once again, I do struggle. I managed to fight my way through it. Luckily, this lurker got stuck on the door frame, so I just cheesed him and hit him when he couldn't hit me. And that allows us to reach this final like book thing where you can pick 1 out of 3 like perks. I pick Scholar's Insight, which basically gives you an extra level per skill book you read, I'm pretty sure. We fight our way out of the dungeon and arrive back to Solstheim, where there's a couple of like little bandit fellas waiting for us. They go down without a hitch. This guy dies, but like is still alive somehow. That's quite funny. Fast forward a little bit, we're actually back in Skyrim. We're at Falkreath because I want a certain deadric artifact, and for that we need to start a quest with a talking dog. Speaking with this dog allows you to start the quest A Daedra's Best Friend. The dog guides you to the shrine of Calvius Vile, and basically you speak to the big statue, and the big statue tells you to go and fetch an axe for him. So that's what we do. We also find Meridia's beacon in this chest, which we will be picking up, but I'm probably going to skip on the quest. On the way to the location where this axe is, we actually get jumped by a dragon here, who brings an unexpected friend with him for backup. As I'm fighting the dragon, I get jumped behind me by a bloody bear, and it's a close call for a second. Eventually, though, we do kill the dragon without too much of an issue. We had to chug a couple potions, but nothing crazy. We encounter some Thalmor here who start going crazy at us for no particular reason. This is a cool show of the sword's ability. I really like it. It's one of my favourite two-handed weapons in the game, just how it looks and actually playing with it. It's not the strongest, but like it's just sick for the vibes. You know what I mean? Look at that, just energy flying out of it. It's kind of cool. We actually stumbled across a Thalmor camp here as well. I hate fighting Thalmor because a lot of them are they dual wield swords a lot, which means they can attack you really quick, and they can do some serious damage if you're not careful against Thalmor. They can fuck you up, so you need to lock in a bit. I come across these 2 saber cats. Nothing crazy. I actually send this one flying. See ya. And the other one gets put down pretty easily too. So this is pretty interesting. I come across an orc stronghold here, and since I'm an orc in the game, I get let in without having to complete a quest for them. If you're any other race, you have to like do a favour for them. I come across Borgak the Steelheart, and she can actually be a follower. So I thought, if I'm an orc, I think it would be cool to have an orc follower as well. So I actually send Lydia away and bring the orc with me. More force one here. They clearly set up a trap in this little pathway. That poo dude on the floor fell for it, clearly. He's not looking too good, but these guys are not that much of a threat right now. So I come across this word wall in the wild, and a dragon priest spawns in. He's actually not too bad to fight. I thought I'd struggle a little bit here, but he actually stands still for some reason, so I can hit him pretty okay. We do get the Dragon's Priest mask. It is light armor, so I probably won't be using it, but it's cool to just have anyway. So the plan with this character is to just sort of get just unique weapons, get any armor that I think is just fun, rather than statistically the best, any armor that looks cool. I'm just trying to have fun. So that's why I'm using the Bloodscald Blade at the moment. I've got another two-handed weapon that does like double the damage, but where's the fun in that? Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of the plan, what I've got going on right now. We eventually find our way to the cave where the axe is. We take out this Flame Atronach here, not too bad. The main bad guy got stuck behind this little table, so he wasn't hard to deal with, and the axe is sitting on the table. So we pick it up. We take the axe back to Calvicus, where he gives us the opportunity to keep it if we kill the dog. Now, I was thinking about it because it is a unique two-handed weapon, but I actually wanted the helmet more, so I decided to give him the axe back. And it's kind of cool, like the dog goes into the statue, and he gives me his helmet, which is a pretty cool-looking, unique helmet, heavy armor too. The effect it has isn't anything crazy. It's just some speech-related stuff. But I equip it anyway, and this is what I'm looking like with it on. I think it looks pretty cool. This is specifically what I started the quest for, was for the helmet. Back in Riverwood, we go back to the Sleeping Giant Inn, which is where Delphine is. We need to talk to Delphine. But first, I want to enchant some gear with Fortify two-handed. So that's what I do. Delphine tells us about a contact she has in Solitude that can help us sneak into the Thalmor Embassy. She goes through the plan with us, tells us what to do, but I'm not going to concern myself with that for a little while yet. I'm going to deck out my follower in some gear. I kind of want to make him, or her, sorry. I kind of want to make her a two-handed orc, kind of to match my vibe. The last thing I wanted to do for this video was acquire the Lord Stone. So I travelled to Morthal, which apparently I had a bounty in for some reason, so that guard starts attacking me. Anyway, I destroy him. There's some bandits here that try to halt our path up to the Lord Stone, but I dispatch of them with relative ease once again. Only the bandit highwayman, is that what he's called? Only him give me a little bit of trouble, but once again, nothing too crazy. This crazy lady starts talking to me. I don't really know what she was doing. Basically, she gives you the quest called the Pale Lady, which I think grants you a unique one-handed sword at the end of it. I've done it 1 or 2 times before. It's a pretty decent sword, but nothing crazy. This playthrough is two-handed, so we won't be doing it, but it's cool to have the option. Here we actually have a pretty intense fight. There's a couple of bandits join me in fighting a giant. We have to obviously fend off both at once, since they're both after me, they're both hostile to me, and a mammoth. So it gets quite dicey here, I'm not going to lie. We run off to a little house in the hills, and I have to kind of cheese the giant a little bit by sort of trapping it in the doorway so it can't get me. Otherwise, it will just fuck me up. So that's kind of the only thing I could do, and it wouldn't stop aggroing, so I just had to cheese it to get past. There's a little fort on the way up the mountain too. These guys are not too difficult. These are regular bandits. They go down with my bow pretty easily. Nothing too crazy here. I get my heavy armor increased there a little bit. I just deal with them because I'm Urgok, so I'll just destroy them and I'll move on with my life. After a trek up a treacherous mountain, we finally reach the Lord Stone, where there's a couple of more bandits trying to stop me from reaching it, but they are no issue whatsoever. They get squashed, and I'm pretty sure this guy flies off. No, he doesn't. He just dies for some reason. But we acquired the Lord Stone, which is fantastic for this build. It just increases resistance against magic and physical damage, which is just like 90% of the damage in the whole entire game. So it's very good to have. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Urgok's Adventures. It's been pretty crazy. Been a long episode. Well, for me, it was 2 hours worth of footage, but I've cut it down to just under 14 minutes, which is pretty crazy. We've made good progress, though. We got a cool, unique helmet. We got one of our favourite two-handed weapons in the entire game. And we are well on our way to just becoming the king of Skyrim. So if you like this video, please give me a like. Please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I want to hit 50 subs. That's kind of my goal right now. So hit that bell too, man. I'd appreciate you guys. So yeah, peace out.